East was changing. The sky of the Middle East was changing. Radar sirens were heard far on the horizon. On one side, a small country with advanced military technology. On the other side, a large nation with a long history of resistance. This was not an ordinary conflict. This was a confrontation between Iran and Israel. But its impact went far beyond these two countries. When the missiles were launched, the world trembled. Because if this conflict continued to escalate, the entire Middle East could be drawn into a much larger regional war. And big questions arose. Who started it? Who defended themselves? And who would truly pay the price for this war? Tensions had been building for years. Years of shadow conflicts, covert operations, cyber attacks, and assassinations of scientists. But at the end of February 2026, everything changed. A major military attack was reported inside Iranian territory, an operation involving Israel and its allies. The targets were military facilities, strategic infrastructure, and several sites suspected of being connected to the nuclear program. This attack became a turning point for Iran. This was no longer a shadow war, it was a direct strike. And the response came quickly, coordinated, and carefully calculated. For years, Iran had been known for its strategy of strategic patience. Strategic patience, not always retaliating, restraining itself, avoiding direct confrontation. But this doctrine appears to be changing. Analysts say Iran is now shifting to a new strategy, deterrence through force. Iran is not only defending itself, it is demonstrating its capabilities. Ballistic missiles, combat drones, and a multi-layered attack. The strategy is not clearly to win the war quickly, but to make the opponent reconsider the costs, the risks, and the consequences. When the counterattack began, the sky over Israel changed. Hundreds of objects were detected by radar, rockets, ballistic missiles, drones, wave after wave. This was not a single strike, it was a strategy. Military analysts call it a saturation attack. The goal is simple, not to penetrate defenses with one missile, but with hundreds, because even the best defense system has its limits. Israel is known for having one of the most advanced air defense systems in the world. The first layer, the Iron Dome, is designed to intercept short-range rockets. The second layer, David's Sling, is for medium-range missiles. The third layer, the Arrow missile defense system, is designed for long-range ballistic missiles. In theory, this is an almost perfect shield, but modern warfare rarely follows theory. When hundreds of projectiles are launched at once, even the best systems must operate at their limits. Most are intercepted, but not all, and that is the reality of modern air defense. Iran does not rely on just one type of weapon. Its strategy is multi-layered: drones, rockets, ballistic missiles, and attacks from multiple directions. The goal is clearly to stretch defenses, force radar systems to operate continuously, and compel the enemy to use expensive interceptors. This strategy is known as asymmetric warfare. And in asymmetric warfare, smaller countries often find ways to balance power. This conflict is not isolated. In the north of Israel, a powerful armed group is involved, Hezbollah. This group possesses thousands of rockets and extensive experience from the Gulf War. When they join the rocket fire, Israel faces pressure from two sides, the north and the east. This makes the conflict even more complex. Behind Israel stands a major ally, the United States. But the situation inside the country is not simple. Protests are erupting in various cities. Some people are questioning military involvement in the Middle East. Political debate is intensifying. Is this war necessary? Should America become more involved, or should it withdraw? Domestic pressure is beginning to be felt. The Western Alliance is also not completely united. Some countries in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization are taking a cautious stance. Not all countries want to be directly involved. Some have chosen neutrality, others are pushing for diplomacy. This shows an important point. This conflict is extremely dangerous. No one truly wants a regional war. One of the main reasons for the attack on Iran is the nuclear issue. Israel and some Western countries say Iran is moving towards nuclear weapons, but Iran denies this. Tehran says its nuclear program is only for energy and research. The International Atomic Energy Agency says the situation is complex. There is no direct evidence of a nuclear weapons program. However, high levels of uranium enrichment remain a concern. This debate is ongoing and will likely continue. But amid all the military analysis, one reality is often overlooked: civilians, children, families, schools. One report even showed that a missile strike hit an area near a school in Iran, killing hundreds of civilians. This is the face of war. Not maps, not strategies, but people. If this conflict continues to escalate, the possibility of a regional war is increasing. The Middle East is full of alliances, armed groups, and long-standing rivalries. If one country intervenes, others may become involved, and that would mean something much larger: a war involving many countries at once. One particularly sensitive point is the Strait of Hormuz. This narrow passage carries about 1/5 of the world's oil trade. If this passage is disrupted, global energy prices could rise, affecting the global economy. This is why this conflict is not only a regional issue, it is a global issue. Ultimately, this conflict is more than just a military duel. It is a geopolitical clash, a clash of interests, a clash of narratives. Iran is demonstrating resilience. Israel is demonstrating technology. The world is watching. But one question remains: will this conflict end here, or will it escalate into something bigger? Share your thoughts in the comments. Healthy discussions and diverse perspectives help us better understand the world. If you enjoy analyses like this that try to examine global conflicts more deeply and objectively, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so you don't miss future geopolitical military analyses and global dynamics. Your support helps this channel continue to provide informative and balanced content. It is important to emphasize that this video is created for educational purposes, analysis, and public discussion. The information presented comes from various international media reports, geopolitical analyses, and open sources. This channel does not support violence, war, or propaganda from any side. The main purpose of this content is to help viewers understand the dynamics of global conflict more broadly and critically. Because in the end, understanding is the first step towards a wiser world.